I welcome Dr. Sumit Narula to conduct this session. Thank you very much. Welcome, Dr. Sumit Narula. Over to you now.
Thank you. I would like to thank the organizers. Dr. Mittal is a very, very close friend. We know each other from 10 years. The professor, the director, Dr. S.L. Gupta, for giving me the opportunity, and to the entire campus for giving us the hospitality and giving me a place to sit and talk to you. And while I was working in catching the fake news before the corona, one of my research scholars published with a journal which published the paper in 24 hours. So I couldn't believe it that you just cannot publish a paper in 24 hours. But she said, "Sir, it is a Scopus Index paper." Then I said, "No, it cannot be done." So I dig upon that, and I saw that this is a fake journal. So then I saw that if it is one, there can be many. So at the moment, we have around 150 fraud journals in the market, which are catching your research and your money also. The money trail is also very long. First is, what is a clone journal? Many of us know the definition. I am just repeating it. That clone journal web pages are a counterfeit mirror of an authentic journal that exploit the title and ISN of legitimate journals. In contrast to predatory journals, clone journals are more likely to accept papers from authors since they are developed as a mirror image of the reputable journal. I will show you the live examples also. Predatory is the same, but they're a bit different. Like, they are deceptive publishing. It is an exploitative publishing business model that involves charging publication fees to authors without checking articles for quality and legitimacy. They won't check anything. You send them the paper, they will publish it for you. They will just take 30 to 50,000 to hold you. The rates in predatory is 30,000 to 50,000. In cloned, it is up to 5,000. So clone journals are a bit cheaper, predatory are a bit costlier. They're regarded as predatory because scholars are tricked into publishing with them, although some authors may be aware that the journal is of poor quality or even fraudulent. Now the onus comes to you that why you are publishing with a fraud journal, and you know that it's a fraud journal. So the onus comes to you that you need to check that you do not publish, and your university has to check that also. New scholars from developing countries are said to be especially at risk, like India and other countries. We are at risk with them. According to one study, 60% of articles published in predatory journals receive no citations over the 5-year period following publications. Impact factor. Let's discuss thoroughly the word impact factor, and I'll take around 15 to 20 minutes on impact factor. Let me clear your doubts on impact factor today. The word impact factor, which comes under the JCR, Journal Citation Report by Clarivate Web of Science, is copyrighted and trademarked by them. Nobody can use the word impact factor to their journals and their websites except the journals under the Clarivate analysis. The journals which are with only Scopus will be given the site score by them. Even Scopus does not use the word, they cannot use the word impact factor. I'll give you the reasons that why. I will go live now and I will show you some of the examples on that. So we'll go to this link, and here it is, the formula. The formula says the site score, which is Scopus. Scopus hasn't used the word impact factor. They know that. They will never use it, and their formula is also different. They have the site score, which is the formula 4 years of document divided by citation received in 4 years. Then you get the next year, like 2020. You divided these four, you get the site score of 2020. Impact factor of 2019 will be the citable documents from 2 years, 2017 and 18, has to be divided by citations received in 2019. So the point is, everything which is online will get the impact factor, and offline or a print journal will never have the impact factor. So be very, very careful. If a print journal gives you the impact factor, that means it is being taken by from a fraud agency. Where are these fraud agencies? We will go to this link. Here are these. These are 35 misleading. These are 35 misleading matrices company whom, if you pay them some money, they can give you the impact factor whatever you want. They can give you 10, 15, 18. I know because I, as an editor-in-chief, get a lot of mail from these journals that they can give me the impact factor, because my journal does not have the impact factor. I have the site score. Our journal is only Scopus Index journal. It's not in Web of Science. So we do not have impact factor. We have site score, but they will give you the site impact factor when you pay the money to them. These are misleading and fraud agencies. Why they're misleading and fraud, I will give you the reasons also. But before that, I'll take you to the journal. This is the Scopus access. I have the access with me at the moment. I will type the name of the journal of Journal of Content, Community and Communication. When you see this journal, it's a communication journal. I'm the founder editor in chief of this journal. It is in Scopus since 2019. And you will say that why it is 2022? Because 2023 papers are not added into them. When we will add the 2023 papers in year 2023, it will be 2023. So people usually misuse it and say that this is discontinued, and be very, very careful. Until unless it's not written discontinued, a journal is not discontinued. 2020 means the papers are uploaded up to 2022. You can see the updates are there. It has also been updated monthly. So the site score is 1.8, right? You can interchange the site score and impact factor, but their formulas are different. Some kind of variation will be there if you want to say that it is an impact factor. At the moment, it is the site score. So you need to understand that the journals which are only in Scopus will give you the site score. The journals which are in Web of Science will give you the impact factor. But there is a catch also. When you go to the Web of Science MJL, you enter the Web of Science MJL with your Gmail ID. If you don't have the access, it is very easy. Create your free account, you add in. I'm logging in with my Gmail ID. You can enter with your Facebook ID, with your Google ID, with your Orchid ID, and with your LinkedIn ID. So I entering with my Gmail ID, sign in. And once I sign in, I will be get into the databases, but I will not be able to download anything, but I will be able to see a lot of things. So here I will click on downloads on the right-hand side. And here is one point which says the JCR includes journals from SCIE and SSCI. So in Web of Science also, only these two categories will have impact factor. But from July 1st, all the categories will have impact factor. There is a press release by the Web of Science. They will have now impact factor for all the journals, a single decimal impact factor. Although earlier it was 1.63, now it will be 1, 2, or 3. There will be no decimal point to it now. Earlier it was only for these two categories. So be very, very careful till July 30, till June 30th, 2023. Only these two categories will have impact factor. This category and this category will not have impact factor. And this is the downloading thing. You can download the JCR 2022, which is released on 30th June. You will have the impact factor. There are additional Web of Science indexes also, which will also have the impact factor, which has, but at the moment it has no relevance with us, because when we go to UGC Care, which is the mother body here in the Indian education system, you can enter with your Gmail ID. Simply I'm entering with my Gmail ID. You log in. When you go to home, here it is written, any misleading or false matrices are displayed anywhere on the journal's website or its pages, the journal will not be eligible for inclusion in the UCK list. So that journal will not be added if it has a fraud impact factor. And when you go to UCK Group 1, here they say, only these three journals categories are part of UCK Group 2. So ESCI here, ESCI is not the part of UCK Group 2. The journals which are in Web of Science and in ESCI will not be counted in UCK Group 2, will not be counted in your NAC rankings also, and will not be counted in your career also, and will not be counted in your NIRF ranking also. So you can ask me this, sir, where is it written? You can go to FAQs here in UCK, and question number 16 will answer this. Are journals included in the ESCI of Web of Science included in the UCK list? The answer is, journals included in ESCI are not part of the UCK list Group 2. As and when these journals are included in the Web of Science sources, AHCI, SSCI, and SCIE, they will automatically become the part of UCK list Group 2. So be very, very careful. If a person comes to you and he says that he has a Web of Science journal, and in Web of Science it is in this category, do not publish with this. Because usually these journals tends to become predatory. And that is why they are not recognized by UGC Care here in India. Right? So after that, before that, impact factor, it's very, very important for you to understand the impact factor, and these are the agencies. And why these are the kind of bogus or misleading agencies, there are reasons to that. The first reason, the website for the metric is non-transparent and provides little information about itself, such as location, management team, and its experience. They won't give you any information. If you go to this company, you click on their link, you do not know from where they are taking the impact factor. They will just give you a random figure after taking money from you. Next point is, the company charges journals for inclusion in the list. So they're asking you to pay the money. Although Scopus does not charge you anything, Web of Science does not charge you anything, UGCK does not charge you anything, ABDC does not charge you anything, ABS does not charge you anything. So these agencies does not charge anything to any journals work. We are not paying them anything. but these fraud companies will ask you for money. So be very, very careful. The values will always increase. हर साल आपकी वैल्यू बढ़ती चली जाएंगी जर्नल की. Fourth point, very important point, which is impacting everybody. The company uses Google Scholar as its database for calculating matrices. Google Scholar does not screen for quality and indexes predatory journals. So be very, very careful from Google Scholar also. Google Scholar के पास अपना कोई mechanism नहीं है to check the predatory journals or to check the clone journals. I will show you some of the clone journals which are there in the Google Scholar, and people are citing them by mistake. And the blood is getting infected because you are giving references to fraud journals. Because you go to Google Scholar, you take out the paper, you think that the paper is freely available, you download it and cite it. At the end of the day, sometimes it is a fraud journal paper. And that's their main goal, to infect everybody in research in India. And in after 2020, 2025 or somewhere 2026 down the line, there will be a study from a European or an American, which will say that every Indian has some kind of bad research in their literature review, because we are giving them the references. So this is very, very important. I will show you live that how it is hampering everybody and how it is giving us a bad name. Fifth is they are using the word impact factor, which they cannot use. The methodology for calculating the value is contrived, unscientific, and unoriginal. And last में चोर चोर मुसेरे भाई, which we say that in Hindi, the company exists solely for the purpose of earning money from questionable journals that use the gold open access model. The company charges the journals and assigns them a random value. Then the journal uses the number to help increase article submissions and therefore revenue. Alternatively, the company exists as a front for an existing publisher and assigns value to that publisher's journal. Like a standalone publisher has started a standalone impact factor agency. They are hand and glove within each other, and they're giving money to each other, and they're getting the impact factor from a fraud agency. Now, let's start discussion. Anybody has any question on impact factor? You can raise your hand or you can write in the chat box. Arun sir can help me. Any question on impact factor? Anything related to impact factor? Because it is very, very important for you to clear your doubts on impact factor. Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, ma'am.
एक क्वेश्चन है कि जैसे आपने हमें बताया कि यूजीसी जर्नल, एबीटीसी जर्नल्स एंड वेब ऑफ साइंस जर्नल्स, इसमें हम कोई पब्लिश करवाते हैं पेपर तो ये लोग चार्ज नहीं करते हैं, तो क्या स्कोपस
नहीं, जर्नल के बारे में मैंने नहीं कहा. मैंने कहा कि एजेंसीज पैसे नहीं लेती हैं. स्कोपस कभी पैसे नहीं लेता आपसे. देखिए मैं स्कोपस में मेरा जर्नल है, इन्होंने मुझसे पैसे नहीं लिए कोई भी. हमारा जर्नल अच्छा था, इन्होंने इंडेक्स कर लिया और एक लैंडिंग पेज बना दिया. उस लैंडिंग पेज में सारी डिटेल्स डाल दी हैं. तो अगर आपसे कोई ये कहता है कि स्कोपस पैसे मांग रहा है, वो धोखा दे रहा है, वो झूठ बोल रहा है. स्कोपस का किसी पैसे से कोई लेना देना नहीं है.
सर रिसेंटली मैंने अभी स्कूपर्स में पेपर पब्लिश कराया. जर्नल का नाम है सेंट्रल यूरोपियन मैनेजमेंट जर्नल. इन्होंने हमसे चार्ज लिया है और मैं स्कूपर्स के वेबसाइट में जैसे हम जर्नल सर्च करते हैं,
देखिए वो जर्नल, देखिए सेंट्रल स्कोपस, सेंट्रल यूरोपियन मैनेजमेंट जर्नल ने पैसे आपसे लिए हैं, अपने लिए लिए हैं, स्कोपस के लिए नहीं लिए हैं. ये जर्नल अपने लिए पैसे ले रहा है आपसे. मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ इसकी एब्स्ट्रैक्टिंग वगैरह. ये देखिए, ये वो जर्नल है.
आई थिंक डॉक्टर साहब.
हाँ, तो ये स्कोपस इसमें लिखा हुआ है, तो ये ओपन एक्सेस है, तो ये अपने नाम पर पैसे ले सकते हैं. स्कोपस इससे पैसे नहीं मांग रहा.
अच्छा.
हाँ, तो ये
Doctor, I have one question, please.
Sir, just a minute, Dr. Sumit. There is a
Yes, sir.
request for English language. So I would request, I think there are few participants who are not understanding Hindi. So maximum
Right.
communication we can keep in English. Okay. And meanwhile, there is one more question, like what is the importance of impact factor? So that
we will go to that.
Okay.
So this was the
Doctor,
journal,
I
ma'am,
have
in which you published.
please on
Just a second,
impact
ma'am.
factor.
Just a second, ma'am. In this journal you published, and it is added in 2020, and in 3 years it has published this much of paper. So now we have to check that whether your paper has got into the database or not. So if you can give me your name, we can see that also, or we can see if you can give the title, we can see that whether your paper has added into the databases or not. Because
Yes, sir, I
sometimes,
can give, like I am the second author, my supervisor is the first author.
have you seen your paper in the database?
No, sir, I have not checked.
So
Because
can
they
you just
have
see?
said that it is in the Scoopers journal only.
Yeah. So can you just see this? Some of the papers are there, and when we click at view at publisher, we can go to that publisher also, that where that website is. So basically, this is the original website of this journal, right?
Okay.
But there is another website also, this. So that is the main problem, right? So this is the original website from which this course is taking the paper,
Okay.
right? And this is something else. This is again a website. So people sometimes are publishing with the wrong website. And that is why their papers do not go to the original databases. For that, now we need to check in which website you have published, right? And is your paper in the database, yes or no? So I'm scrolling down. So can you just give me your first name, full name?
Dr. Seema Singh Rathod.
Just a second. Yes, ma'am. What is your last name?
Dr. Seema Singh Rathod.
Seema Singh.
Rathod. R-A-T-H.
R-A.
T-H-O-R-E.
Rajput.
Yes.
If this is it, Seema H. Rajput.
No, sir. It's
So
Rathod.
It is
तो मैं
Rathod,
अपना
sir. हाँ,
Is it the name, ma'am? You are in Bangalore.
No, sir. It's from Jaipur.
So your paper, your name is not there. That means the paper has not been added to your name. Is it the right spelling, Rathod and Seema?
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yes, sir. Spelling is right.
Rathod and Seema is also right. So your paper
Yes,
is
sir.
not added. So there comes the question that where is the original journal? Because you might not have published with this one, right? You might have published with this one, which is the wrong one at the moment. So you need to check with the journal and you need to tell them that the paper should reflect in front of your name also. Because just published in a journal is not significant today. Now the paper should be in front of your name also. And this is a doubtful journal because when you go to the Scopus databases, the website is not given from where they are taking the data. If you go to sources, and if you type the name here, you go to find sources. Here it is. And you will see very less papers, 24 papers only. If you go to the content coverage here, only 26 documents, right? And these 26 documents are taken from this website, which is .pl, is Poland. The journal
This
is in
is the actual
Poland.
journal?
This is the actual website. And the website, which is this, needs to be checked. That why there are two websites of the same journal. Right? So this is a question that you need.
Publish the paper in Scopus, does they provide the certificate for the same?
No, they do not.
Okay.
We do not. We are in Scopus. We do not provide any kind of certificate. We ensure that the person's paper is in the Scopus database under his name also. And the university also gets the credit.
Doctor, some MDPI's journal, they provide certificate as well.
MDPI is a predatory publisher, ma'am. Leave MDPI.
MDPI is predatory, doctor, but they are high impact. And
yeah,
even,
that is why. Their
but
methodology,
high
if you go to
impact
their
and
methodology, if you go to
referred
the, I'll go to, yeah, they're not much preferred. I'll just show you that why I say them that you go to the publisher, you write here, MDPI, and you will see 200 research journals indexed in the
but they
190.
are cited in Web of Science also.
Some of them are in Web of Science. Some of them are in Web of Science, but like journal name like sustainability.
No, which are referred in Web of Science, that are true. That means that are not
good.
predatory.
They are good. Obviously, those journals which are everywhere, they're good. Some are in ABDC also. The journals which are everywhere in Web of Science, in ABDC, in ABS, in Scopus, they're good. It's better to be in all the databases than stay in one.
Like vaccine. Okay. Vaccine is a good journal, doctor.
Yes, 110%. 110%.
Yeah, doctor, my publication in Cambridge Journal, Nutritional Sciences. Okay, site score is 9. But how can I check? I don't find the impact factor.
We will check it. We'll check it.
Yes, Arun sir. Some of the questions, like trailing questions, can be taken at the end of seminar or maybe one-to-one.
So, right. Ma'am, you get. I'll give you my details also. WhatsApp details so that we can stay in touch. Okay. So second question was, what is an impact factor? Impact factor is
why it is important. Like this was the question. Why impact factor is important?
It is important because we need to see that where is the impact of your study, how much your study is impacting. So if you are publishing in a high impact journal, that means the journal is very impactful and your research is also very, very impactful. If you are publishing with a low impact factor journal, that means your research is not that up to that mark where we would like to see you. But without impact factor there is no need of publishing. So there is some kind of impact factor of site score be with the journal where you are publishing. With print journal, you can publish with them. There is no problem with publishing with a print journal. But at the end of the day, when you do not have any site score, when you do not have any impact factor, it will be difficult for you to understand the level of research that you are doing.
I think there is a very good conclusive question. Before I go to that question, one question I can take from one of the faculty members, Preeti Sharma ma'am. Ma'am, you can ask your questions and let us be short and crisp.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir. So my question is, as you are saying, Scopus is not charging anything. Okay, they
Yes,
are
ma'am.
free. So when we are having paid Scopus journal, it means that we are paying to the journal which are
Yes, yes,
registered
yes, yes. Yes,
in
yes.
Scopus.
Paid Scopus journal means some of the journals will ask you for the money, which comes under the open access policy. So
Yeah,
there are 4 categories of open access policies, which I'll tell you in the later stage. And under those categories,
yeah.
you need to pay some kind of APC to them. So I will clear
Okay,
you doubts on that, where to pay, when to pay, whom to pay, and how to pay. Do not pay to a standalone publisher. Always pay who will give you a voucher of the payment. Do not pay to PayPal, by WeTransfer and other kind of. Only go for the Paytm and all. So I'll tell you that how to go out and how to catch this fraud financially also. I will show
Okay.
you and I will give you the ways.
okay,
सर
sir.
एक
Thank you.
क्वेश्चन है, कंक्लूसिव क्वेश्चन है कि हाउ टू रिकॉग्नाइज, हाउ टू सेलेक्ट, हाउ टू डिसाइड which is a fake or which is not a fake website.
That I will be doing the exercise,
So
sir.
probably
First,
we'll
I
be
am
covering
closing the
that.
impact factor.
So
Yes,
I
yes.
think
I
we
will
can.
be giving you 10 red flags. Those
Right.
10 red flags will be with everyone. And when
Right.
you have those 10 red flags, 110% it's a cloned journal. And
So
110% it's a predatory journal. I will be giving you the live examples. I will do the hands-on.
right. So we can proceed further, I think, so that we can cover
Impact factor is
the
done now.
four
Everything is
parts.
done in impact factor. Everybody, please understand. I'm repeating. The impact factor will be given by Clarivate for only 2 categories. Otherwise, you will get the side score. If a journal which is standalone and giving you an impact factor from these agencies, it is giving you disinformation and misinformation. Do not publish with these journals. These are the misleading and you can say agencies which gives you wrong impact factor, and nobody in the education arena likes them and wants them, right? So impact factor is done. Let me now take you to the H index. H index calculator is very, very important. Everybody is asking about the H index and H index kaise milta hai, H index kya hai. So let's go to the H index. So I will give you the story about the H index. So here it is. H index means to calculate your academic footprints, because sometimes you go for the grant into the foreign countries. Like we have got a grant from Creative Commons. So Creative Commons is the exact opposite of the copyright, and I am the member of Indian chapter of Creative Commons. So they simply asked me what is my H index, and then the proposal was sent to them. So if you go for the H index, you need to understand that also. So this is H index for you, everyone. To calculate your H index, organize articles in descending order based on the number of times they have been cited. In the below example, an author has 8 papers that have been cited 33, 30, 20, 15, 7, 6, 5, and 4 times. This tells us that the author's H index is 6. So you can see it is a formula. Now, what does an H index 6 means? An H index of 6 means that this author has published at least 6 papers that have each received at least 6 citations, right? So like if I have an H index of 7 or H index of 5, so I 7 means an H index of 7 means that Dr. Sumit has published at least 7 papers that have each received at least 7 citations, right? And there is a difference between H index of Web of Science. There is a difference between H index of Google Scholar. There is a difference between H index of Scopus. So there will be 3 types of H indexes also. So Google Scholar
Any
is the
standard
lowest
formula
graded.
for that, sir? Any
This is a
standard
standard
formula?
formula. This is a standard formula, ma'am. Google Scholar gives you a random number because it takes everything, whatever is online. So their H index is not very much acknowledged. H index of Scopus and H index of Web of Science is acknowledged. Now, who will have the H index? An individual will have the H index. An institution can have the H index. An country can have the H index. A journal can have the H index. I will show you all the examples. First example is the H index of a person. You go to Scopus. You go to sources. I will type my name here and I will show you my H index. I can check anybody's H index also because I have the full access at the moment with me. I go and search. So I have an H index of 4 at the moment. Now I will show you the H index of my journal, country, and the university. So for the university, you go to search. You can go to affiliation, and you can type any affiliation. Like if I type at the moment, I am in Birla, so I can write. Here it is, Birla Institute of Technology. You have Dubai campus also, Mesra also, and Pilani also. So I click on Mesra, which is the parent institution. It is in Ranchi. 8,437 papers with them. I click on that. I have the full access. I can go beyond that also. I can export, download everything. So I will go for the CSV file of 2022. And from there, I will be reaching to the H index. So I click on limit to, the filter is used 2022. So 2022, limit to, right? Now I will click here, and here it is, view citation overview. This will give me the H index of that particular year of Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra campus, right? Which is 17. And I can see the graph also. So at least there's 17 papers, which has at least 17 citations. It can go beyond also as and when you progress. So this is the institution. Now for the journal, you go to Schemago. Schemago gives you free ranking. It is an software being utilized by the Scopus Index journal. If I type the name of my journal here, I click here, it will only speak about the Scopus Index journals only. So our journal is a Scopus Index journal. I go there, and the H index is 6 of the journal. Now I go to country rankings, and I type India here. You can see India has an H index of 745. Although we are number 7 in publishing Scopus Index papers, but our citation score is very low because people say that Indians publish mostly in predatory journals. So our number is increasing, but our citations are decreasing. This was the story also which we did in the channel, that nobody is citing Indian research. Even Indians are not citing themselves. That is why you can see our H index and our citations per document is very low as per the other countries. Right? So H index is for 4 people, for you, for institution, for journal, and for the country itself. This is the H index of Scopus. We have the H index of Web of Science also. At the moment, I do not have the access of Web of Science, but Web of Science also will have the almost similar kind of criteria, and their H index will also be kind of similar. Right? There's not much of the difference in their technology in getting the H indexes. The next part would be I-10 index. It is very easy. It is just a Google gimmick, I say. So I-10 index will be the papers who has like created by Google Scholar. In my citations feature, I-10 means the number of publications with at least 10 citations. So if you have 5 papers with 10 citations, your I-10 index will be 5. So very simple, not much of the impactful, but it is being asked everywhere. What is your I-10 index? What is, I can say that I-20 index. Me and Dr. Arun can start I-25 index. Those who have 25 citations in paper, that will be I-25 index. And we can get that copyrighted also. So it is very easy. Nothing much is there to discuss in it, but H index is very competitive and being asked for your visibility and all. Now, anybody, any question on H index or related? You can ask.
Doctor, about citation rate, I don't have question about his H index, but citation rate for the scholar, I mean for the individual, how can we calculate that?
Citation rate, I have shown you the citation formula.
Sir,
that your papers are publication. Yes, sir.
Sumit sir, sorry, I am intervening you. Extremely sorry. I think the individual questions which are very specific can be taken later one-to-one on one-to-one basis, because most of the participants are interested in the broad knowledge at least, because it's a new domain. So my request is to cover the syllabus of the workshop first, and then we can move to the.
You have the right to ask, sir.
You have a right to. You have a right
no,
to
ma'am,
ask.
you can ask, but we are going by the topic by topic. So topic by topic.
So because there may be a lot of questions, ma'am, lot of individual questions, hundreds of questions. So you have a right to ask. You have taken a lot of time, ma'am. Let me tell you, ma'am, you have taken a lot of time. We have lot of participants, around 200 participants. So my first concern is, let us complete the syllabus of this workshop first, and then you can ask questions. And if you have further questions,
sir, let's leave it. Let's leave it. I will give her the number. Okay, H index. Anybody, any question on H index? I think they've understood it. Let me show you now live examples of some of the fraud journals.
So
the first one is Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. Quickly ask.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I have written the question in the chat box. Why we give so much of significance or importance to the H index? Because it seems that it is not that significantly recognized in the literary contribution.
No, ma'am. H index is just to check the your academic footprints. Like you have 60 papers, but your H index is 0. That means nobody's citing you. You are publishing for your own benefits, and you're not sending your research anywhere. And there is a question also that why people are not citing you, because the QS ranking, the TH ranking, the NAC ranking, and the NIRF ranking depends upon a lot of citation work also now. So if nobody is citing you, so it is important to see that somebody should cite you, and you should also send your paper to others to cite. Because if you're publishing for your own personal goals, that will also not suffice. Next time, after 2-3 years, HLX will be a very, very important part of our lives.
But so
the importance is coming up.
The calculation method is as such. So for example, if I have published one paper which is cited 100 times, and one paper which is not cited 100 times, and
so very good. If you have one paper with 100 citation, your H index will be very high. Your H index will be very high. There are people, those who have published only 5 papers, but their citations are in thousands. Like the people of Smart PLS, Ringle and all, they get a lot of citations, ma'am. 3,500, 8,000. So if we are so good, one paper would be suffice in our life. We can say that mere ek paper mein I have got 8,000 citation. You will not get throughout your life. You publish 80 paper or 100 paper. So if a paper is really very good, citations needs to be with them. Citations is you can say is a byproduct of good research. If somebody is getting cited in 5 papers and publish only 5 papers, it's good for him. But if he's got 80 papers, I know a person who has got 60 papers in Scopus. H index is 1.
Okay,
so you can
so
you can imagine the H index is 1 means that only one citation.
So this is year-wise. No, in a particular year, if I have published 5 papers and it has got no citations, and in next year I have published.
Yeah, it is a cumulative effort, man. You can see it is a cumulative thing. It's not a yearly formula. It's a cumulative formula. Every year you get some kind of citation, and then total is divided like that. It's not an year by year. People keep on saying that we got citation, and they keep on progressing in the area like Google Scholar gives them. So this is a kind of new thing which is coming up, and it is being asked now in various European countries, and India is also a big market for them, and the Indian research scholars in various institutions are being asked that what is your H index. We also ask some of the in interviews or in subject expert meetings that what is your H index, because you can have papers like 20, 25, 30 research papers or 40 rather, but if the H index is not improving, that means people are not citing you, and then there can be a question mark on your research also, that why people are not citing you if you are so good in research.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So it is beneficial for everyone. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like regarding this H index.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Ma'am has published so many papers, nobody citing. Is there any significance of some of the journals? Those are considered for deciding this H index?
No, journals are not considered. Everything depends upon the citation process. Like our journal was a Q4 journal, sir. We reached to Q3, now we are at Q2. So journals are also improving with the citations. If I'm publishing as an editor-in-chief 50 papers and nobody is citing me, our journal will also go down and it will be out of the Scopus databases. So it is very, very important for journals also to get maximum citations from their papers. So it is the responsibility of the editor-in-chief to make the journal visible to all, or to send papers to the people, those who can give them appropriate citation or relevant citation. So the journals also need to take care of what is their H index. Some of the journals are having an H index of 2000. That means if the paper is with them, you will get 2000 citations. But to reach to that level, you need to read a lot. You need to publish one of the best paper in that area. So it depends upon the journal also. And yes, the mechanism is all connected with each other. Citations plays a very, very important role in your H index of your country. I have shown you the country H index also. At the moment, nobody is talking about India's H index, but there will be time when the government will be free from all other works. Education will be the main concern and research will be the main concern. At the time, they're busy in many other activities, elections and all, but there will be time that there will be full throttled research discussion, because the 4th year of a graduate is BA honors in research now. And everywhere we have also started 4 years of degree. So the 4th year is with research, and I have developed that 4th year mechanism in my university. So we are very much concentrating. The results will be there in the fruits will be in 2027, 2028 when the graduates will be out with a research degree. And then the exact competition will start and there will be changes in the country and the research and H-index will be more and more discussed. We are preparing ourselves for the future, but the future is ready in many other countries that they talk about H-index. But now after some years, India will be on the verge of leading the world in terms of education also. And then this H-index and other indexes will be important.
Because one more
I have
factor
an
that may
H
be,
index of 22. Is it good? My research impact is good. I have an H index of 22.
It's very good.
What
It's more than enough at the moment. But it depends upon the area also. Like in social sciences, it is considered very good. But if you are in
I'm from life
medical or if you are
sciences.
in engineering, life sciences, it
Life
is less. Life sciences, it
science.
is less. It can go up to
Yeah.
50 and 55 and
Yeah,
60.
yeah,
But in
that's
social
okay.
sciences, it is very good. In social sciences, it is very good.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, sir? You were saying something?
yeah, I was saying that because basically when you are going to search any type of paper, it depends on how the papers are getting listed. Then you go through all those papers
No, papers are
based on
not
its
related
place.
to H-index usually. Papers are not, you just find your good paper and cite it and do the referencing. Do not go for the H-index of the journal at the moment. Just see if the paper is good. Right. So let's go to some of the live examples now because I have just seen the watch. Time is also running out. So the
Yeah,
first fraud
please go ahead.
example, is this ought. If you look at the journal's website, I will give you 10 red flags of this fraud. And this is a fraud website. The original website is somewhere else in a different part of the world. This is the fraud website. It is working fine because they have used the SEOs, search engine optimizations. And that is why when you type ought, this journal will come on the top. The original journal is somewhere else. It will not come on top because it is not much checked in India. This fraud website is checked in India. So that is why it is on the top. And you can see the website is logged also. So they have done their preparation. The fraudsters have done their preparations, but we are ready to catch them. So 10 red flags. First red flag, when you scroll down the website, they will type UGC Care Group 2 specifically and provide you a link and a password. An international journal of good repute is not worried about UGC Care Group 2, but a fraud journal is worried because we are their target. Their targets are Indian research scholars, which are naive, which are not intelligent enough, which do not want to do research but wants a PhD degree, which wants to be in teaching but does not want to do research, which wants to say a simple life where no work is involved, that is teaching in India. So we are their specific targets and they know that. As and when they will write UGC Care Group 2, Indians will publish with them. So we are their target. So the first red flag is UGC Care Group 2 active journal written like this. Second is submission last date will be throughout the year. It's not possible that you can send them the paper in the night, they will publish in the morning. So this would be the second red flag. Throughout the year should not be there. The third red flag is this. They will write multidisciplinary here in the top. Multidisciplinary is not the journal, it is interdisciplinary. You can also work interdisciplinary. If there is multidisciplinaries, 110% is a fraud journal. There are chances. Red flag number 5, they will run with a Gmail ID. You cannot run a journal with a Gmail ID. You need to have an organizational email ID. Number 6, red flag. You go to contact details, nothing will be given to you. You do not know who these people are. 7th, you go to the editorial board, only names are cut, copied, and pasted here. Official email IDs are not here, no pictures. I will show you the original journal also, that how those work. Then you go to call for paper. Red flag number 8, all the areas have been covered by them. How can they were science, arts, physical sciences, agriculture, management, biomedical, dental, pharmacy, urban planning? They just cannot cover it, but they will cover it because they are fraud. So multidisciplinary, be very, very careful. Then you can see the grammatical errors. Archives, spellings are wrong here. They don't even know the spelling of archive and running a journal. And then you go to the current issue, you will look at some of the papers. Some is from Telangana, Tirupur, Osmania University, Uttar Pradesh. So people are publishing with them throughout the India. And the 10th red flag, their DOI will never work. So if you copy this DOI, how do you check the DOI? Digital Object Identifier, DOI.org is the website. You go there and you check it there. How do you do that? You copy the DOI from here, which is looking like a fraud DOI. You go to DOI.org and then you put it here and you will see there will be an error. So 110% these DOIs are not found. And the fraud journals will give you wrong DOI because they are fraud. And you need to be very, very carefully checking it at DOI.org. So these are 10 red flags. Now, where is the original one? We'll click on the name ought and we will go to Scopus databases. If it is in Scopus, it will be self-populated by Scopus. So we will type the name ought here Here it is, self-populated by Scopus. It is a Scopus Index journal. You can see the area is philosophy. It is not multidisciplinary here. We click here for more information. And then you can see the publisher is La Nuova. It is an Italian journal. This is the source homepage. The source homepage will always give you the original journal. You click on source homepage and it will take you to the original journal, which is in Italy, publishing in Italian language. Now, this is the original journal. Can you beat that? And there are 250 plus fraud journals like that in the market. Second example, Adalia. So Adalia again, this time this journal has used the word impact factor. This is also a fraud website, looking like an original website. But again, these 10 red flags, first is UCK Group 2 journal. Impact factor is also used. Who has given them this impact factor? They have just written it. They're fraudsters. So they have written it. Nobody has given them the impact factor, but they have written it so that you can be caught. And we can be caught and we can become the easy prey for them. We pay them also and we publish them also. I'll show you a story which was done in London with me, that millions of dollars have been siphoned off from India. And where that money is going? That money is going after anti-national activities. They're using our nation, some research as well as our money to pump some anti-social or anti-national activities. This was the full story which was done. There was another story which was done in Business Standard. Menace of predatory cloned journals more rampant. So there are a lot of stories that people have done with us on this fraud practices of predatory as well as cloned journals, and the money laundering is also a very big chain in it. So now coming back to Adalia again the same things. You go to contact detail, you don't know who these people are. Only the Gmail is given to you. You go to the editorial board, the names cut, copied and pasted. We do not know who these people are, and they also do not know that their names have been misused here. And then you go to archives. You can click on any journal or any edition. You will see paper from all over India getting published with them, and people are getting increments, professorships, vice chancellors while publishing in them. It's a very, very big market. And if you go to the call for paper again, you will see all the areas. Again, all the areas, which is next to impossible. You click on home. Now, where is the original journal? They have used the word impact factor. So we will go to the MJL. We'll go to the Clarivate people and we will check it there. So I'll go to Clarivate. I'll type Adalia here. Search journal very easily. And then you will see exact match has been found. So Adalia is there in Web of Science and it is in Turkey. We click on view profile page for more information. More information will come in front of us. Here it is, the journal website. You click here on the visit site. They will give you original website because they take the data from them. And you can see the primary language is Turkish here. Issues is one only. It's not a monthly journal. And you click here on visit site. It will take you to a Turkish website and a Turkish journal, which is original, where people should publish. We cannot publish with them. We do not have the access to these sites and we haven't seen the original websites. That is why we think this fraud website as an original one. We need to see a lot of original websites to understand that how our original website look like. Third one, I'll show you 10 and then I will go for questions. Xi'an Journal of Architecture and Technology. There are 18 fraud journals right now working in India, taking Indian research and money. And when you talk to them, when you mail them that you have your fraud journal is there, they say that it's your problem. It's an Indian problem because they cannot do a war with us. They go for this kind of war. So now you can see they are using the screenshot of Scopus, that it is a Scopus Index journal. Yes, it is a Scopus Index journal, but this website is fraud. And again, all the red flags like UGC care, important links they have given, fraud links throughout the year. You go to contact, no information will be provided to you. They will never tell you who they are. Rather, they'll take your data. You go to the editorial board, again, they will not give you any information. Now, how to check it again? And they have also given impact factor this time, so that the fraud can be taken to a next level. You go to the current issue and you can see people from all over India publishing with them. Now I copy this name. I will go to the Scopus databases. I'll go to sources here. I'll type the name here. It will be self-populated. Here it is. It is in Scopus, self-populated. The area is architecture. You can see it here. We click here for more information and they will give you the source homepage. And this source homepage is 99.9% original one. You click here on source homepage, it will take you to a Chinese website. which is publishing in Chinese language from China. We can't even understand a word of this website. But people are publishing with this fraud journal and taking everybody for granted. I'll show you more.
Doctor, could you please check multicultural education? This is the journal.
I will check it.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
I will check it. Meanwhile, just look at this journal. Can you see the red flags? Again, they have used a screenshot of Scopus. Why they are doing it? Because they know that we are mad after Scopus. And as and when we see Scopus, we will just publish with them. And they will publish in 24 hours. I am telling you, 48 hours. Acceptance in 48 hours, publishing in 24 hours. Throughout the spellings are all. So grammatical errors, they do a lot of shabby work. And if you go to again contact us, no information will be provided to you. Never. And where is that journal? It is originally in China, publishing in Chinese language. I'll show you another one. Aguim. Aguim is a Belgium journal, publishing in Belgium language, but somebody has used this fraud website and people are publishing with these journals from the last 3 years. I have taken 400 plus workshop, but still people are publishing because they know that there is no checking at the moment. You can see here, when you scroll down, just look at these 6 things. Submission last dates throughout the years. Acceptance status 24 hours. Champak Nandan takes 2 days. They are publishing in 1 day only. So they are worse than Champak Nandan. Submission last date throughout the year. Acceptance status 24 hours. Publication 24 hours. Frequency 12 issues. Areas multidisciplinary and article submit@gmail.com. So it is very, very important for you to understand that you are paying money also and you are giving them your research also. And at the end of the day, it's going nowhere and it will be there into the databases of Google Scholar. Now coming to Google Scholar, how do you search Google Scholar? You go to Google Scholar, scholar.google.com, and if you type OT, which is a fraud journal, it will give you the paper of OT, and you're citing them. People are citing them. Just look at this paper. Here it is. It has been cited 10 times. The paper, if you click the paper, which is in a fraud journal, it itself is having only 10 citations, 5 citations. So Google Scholar.
So how Google Scholar is considering these citations, doctor? These citations should be invalid, right?
Whatever online is Google Scholar indexed. Google Scholar has no algorithm and no mechanism to check fraud, predatory, and cloned journals. So whatever goes online,
right?
Whatever goes online, you can get it indexed into Google Scholar. It is very, very easy to get the Google Scholar indexing. That is why in any bibliometric references, they are not being charged. Like if you go for the SLR or if you go for the viewer, people will not accept your paper if you have Google Scholar with you. You have to do the bibliometrics of Web of Science and Scopus or ABDC.
Okay. Thank you so much, doctor. Very informative, doctor.
Right. So that is why Google Scholar is giving us some kind of trouble. Right. Anybody, any question till now? I will show you more.
Yeah, doctor, please, could you please check multicultural education, this journal?
Cultural education. Yeah, this one.
It is from University of Washington.
Okay.
Multicultural education. Or?
Yeah, this journal from India, but I take this, I got from my friends from India.
Multicultural education, India.
Multicultural education journal. Yeah. This is.
It is multicultural education in India.
Okay.
At the moment, you have, I'll give you my number, ma'am. You can write it,
Okay.
956045.
Yeah, this one I'm talking about, doctor.
I have reached there. Yeah, it is under cultural study. But still, you take my number, 956045 2625, ma'am.
956025
956045
45.
2625, ma'am. You can WhatsApp me the details of others also.
Okay, thank you so much, doctor.
Right. So this is the journal. We are looking at it. It is saying that it is in Q3.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Can you please share your number again, please?
Sir, 956045 2625. So this journal is Multicultural Education. It is in Scopus. We are going to check that journal. It is in Cultural Studies. The site score is 0.4. It is publisher is Cado Gap Press, and it hasn't been updated after 2020. So let's go to the content coverage. So after 2020, ma'am, the papers are not updated. So it is a doubtful journal now because it's been 3 years. There should be some papers, but why they're not updated? We will go to the source homepage from here. Let's see it takes us to which website, and then we'll come to know that whether we are at the original website or not. So this is the original website, but we went to this website, right?
Yeah, we went to this. Yeah, doctor.
These are the doubts. These are the doubts. You can see that it is running with the Gmail ID also. So this is the homework which I get now. So I will be now checking all these things and I will be getting back to you because I have doubts on this journal now. This might be the fraud website. Might be a fraud website. So it is very, very important for you to understand the originality and to see that why there are no upgradations on the journal. So I'm highly
So we can check the authenticity by checking the upgradation in
yes,
this
you need
case.
to check it because if a journal is not updated in after 2020, why are they asking for papers again and again? And they might be asking for money also.
Okay.
So people, what people do, the persons who are at the wrong end, they see the journals which are not updated. They see the journals where the homepage is not there, and they make the websites of those journals, and then they come to India and target Indian research scholars. It is a modus operandi. They have a list of the journals which are not updated and the list of the journals which do not have the source homepage with the Scopus, and they will make their websites every day. It's a very, very big nexus and racket. And then they fool research scholars like us. So this might be a trap for us. And we can check the making of the website also through a software. Who is domaintools.com?
What's that? It's website.
Yeah, so through this, we can check the originality of the journal, that when was this website made. So I'm copying this from here. And this is an important tool for everyone. And we will see when was the other website made. The original we came to know. Let's see when was this made. So who is domain tools? Just tools.com will give us the information.
Okay.
Here it is. So it is 1300 days old. And some IP location is somewhere in Jakarta.
Okay.
Right? But the original journal is evolving. If we go to the original journal is not in Jakarta.
Yeah.
Right? So at the moment, do not publish with this journal. It is a red flag. Do not publish with this journal.
Sir, there is a participant, Nidhi Nirvan. She has a question. Ma'am,
Nidhi,
please
go ahead.
be.
Nidhi, go ahead.
Yeah, Nidhi and Garima. You
Nidhi,
can ask.
go ahead.
Okay, no problem, sir. You can continue. Maybe.
Right. So it is a red flag for everyone. Do not go with this journal at the moment until I verify it. Now, more cloned journals. Azania. You think the website is closed at the moment? Yes, the website is closed. Yes, let me show you some of the Indian journals which has been cloned. Mukt Shabd. Mukt Shabd is a unique example where a print journal which is publishing in Marathi language has been made a cloned website. Now, same modus operandi. You will see impact factor given to a print journal. This time we will take the help of UGC Care Group 1. We'll go there and check it there because it says that UGC Care Group 1 journal, UGC logo has been misused. It's a direct case of copyright infringement. You cannot use the UGC logo, but the fraud journal will use it because they're not afraid of anyone. You go to contact details, nothing will be provided to you. You go to the archives, you will see papers from all over India. People from all over India are publishing with them. Just look at the titles and the name. From the reputed institutions, from the colleges, in different languages, all over India, people are publishing with these kind of fraud journals because they get a lot of satisfaction while publishing in fraud journal because there is no checking on them. You go to call for paper also, you will see all the areas is covered. Now, where is the original journal? We will go to the UGC Care this time. We'll take their help. We'll type UGC Care and updated my name, login, search, select title, Mukt, search, and you will see more information on Mukt Shab. Here it is. It is only print journal. You cannot have the website. It does not have the EISN. If you do not have the EISN, you cannot have the website. So it's a print journal only. We click here on view for more details, and you can see that it's a Marathi journal. And if you look at the current table of content, it will look like this. So this is the monthly original journal, Mukt Shab. But people are recklessly publishing in this journal because they know that nobody is going to check them, and they will get the PhDs, the lecturerships, the professorships, the vice chancellorships, and whatnot. That is why these websites are still working. We people get the oxygen.
Sir, एक question है. One of the participants has asked this question.
Yes, sir.
Many a times it is written Scopus coverage from 2018 to present. Is it okay?
Yeah, present is okay. 2022 means the paper for 2023 has not been updated. For that, you go to the discontinued list. Simply go to content coverage here. And here is the latest discontinued list.
Yeah, to present is reliable. That's fine.
It's
Okay, now
reliable. Or download this list. It is January 2023 list. I have downloaded it for you. I will show you that list. In that list, there is a list of journals which are discontinued with the reasons that why they are discontinued. So if the name of the journal is not there in this list, that means it's not discontinued. Right? So I have shown you the example of 2020. This journal is not discontinued, sir. Right? This journal is not discontinued, but it's not updated after 2020. So there are doubts on that. Meanwhile, I'm opening the discontinued list for everyone. January 2023, it is updated every month. So I will show you the 2022 January list.
I would request all the participants to please mute yourself. Rajani Pillai, please mute. Yes. Yes. Please go ahead, sir.
So this is January 2023 list, sir. It has the list of discontinued Scopus Index journals with the reasons. And it is free list for everyone. We are in various groups, and I keep on sharing the list with everyone. This is with our app also. We will take this list. So here you can see the journals which are in red have discontinued, like Computational Intelligence and Neuroscience by Hindavi was discontinued from January 2023. And I think the backdated papers will also be removed because there was a lot of predatory publishing with them. And another one is Journal of Pharmaceutical Negative Results.
Doctor, from where we can download this list?
I've just shown you the steps, ma'am. You go to the Scopus databases and click here on the content coverage link.
Okay,
when you click on the content coverage link, you will reach here. And then download the source list, including Scopus discontinued sources list, updated monthly.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. So now we have seen the cloned journals. I'll take you to the UGC website. UGC has also made the list of cloned journals. Here it is. Now you can catch them on your own. So you can see this list also. Earlier I tell you, I show you how to catch them. And after that, I show you the list now. Now the time is to show you the list. In group 2, there are 54 international cloned journals. On the left-hand side are the original. On the right-hand side are the cloned one. So when you scroll it down, 53 international cloned journals are there, which have been caught by the UGC through the whistleblowers. You can also write to the UGC care. They will add the name of the cloned journal into the databases. And this is group 2. Now you have group 1, the Indian print journals. There are 43 Indian print journals which were cloned. Like Abru was in Punjabi, Adhigam Hindi, Marathi, Bengali, Telugu, Kannada. The language journals which are publishing in print were cloned. And all the websites are closed. Some are still working. So there are 44. So 97 are there in the market at present. But there are more than that. In our database, we have more than 150 cloned journals, and they publish every day. They come like mushrooms. Every day there is new cloned journal. Because they are sitting idly at their home, they take only 3,000 rupees to 5,000 rupees, which is very easier for us to pay. We keep on paying them the money. We keep on giving them the research, and we keep on getting the benefits also. Right? So everybody, any question related to clone? Then I will shift to predatory journals.
Sir, there is a question from Mr. Govind Kumar.
Yes, sir.
What is the genuine criteria set by UGC for including a journal in UGC care list?
So UGC care list has this formula. You go to home. Here it is. Download journal submission form. And this is the form. And this is the formula. We don't know which journals are accepted, which journals are rejected, and why they're accepted and why they're rejected. But this is the formula at the moment.
Sir, is there any publication which can publish a paper in short time? Actually, I am stuck. My thesis is ready, but my one publication is pending. So, sir, what to do now, sir?
Ma'am, it varies from journal to journal. So I cannot give you the name of a short journal which can publish in short, because the journals which are publishing short are getting into the category of predatory. Usually a journal takes 3 to 6 months. And earlier than that would be very, very difficult to decide. So I just cannot give you the name of a journal at the moment.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I think there
Right.
are.
So let me show you some of the examples of predatory journals. So the first example of a predatory journal which is recently been discontinued by the Scopus. Let's take the data of that journal. Journal of Pharmaceutical Negative Results. I'll copy this name and let's go to the Scopus databases and see. Postmortem. Let's do the postmortem. You go to sources. Scopus Index Journal, which is latest discontinued. Click here. You can see the coverage is written here. It's not written up discontinued at the moment, but it is a discontinued journal. So there is a mismatch at the moment with the Scopus database as well as the discontinued list. So you need to carefully understand that. The first point that you see here is Scopus content coverage. Just look at the outlier behavior. It had only 12 papers in 2021, but in 2022 it had 3,200. Right? So this is the reason that it's a predatory journal which publish large number of papers and shows an outlier behavior. Another journal which is discontinued by them, Computational Intelligence and Neuroscience. Sources. Computational Intelligence and Neuroscience. It is. Click here. It was an open access journal. Hindawi was the publisher. You go to content coverage. Just look at this outlier behavior. So it is very, very important for you to understand, even if it is journals in Scopus or in Web of Science or in ABDC, it can be a predatory journal. Let me take you to ABDC C category journal. The name of the journal is Journal of Contemporary Issues in Business and Government. It is an ABDC B C category journal. Now, what is the problem with ABDC? That they haven't updated themselves since 2019. If you go to ABDC's quality list, after 2019, they haven't updated themselves. And many of their journals are predatory. And they know that also, but they do not know what to do. They are issuing reports, this draft report, this review report, this consultation paper. They're doing it, but they have done nothing to do the betterment of ABDC list. So 2019, nothing has been done. So this journal, Journal of Contemporary Issues, which is in the C category. I'll go there. Here it is. Type the name. And you will see that it is in the still it is in the C category. Right? But it is a predatory journal. How can I prove that? Now, the first thing, a predatory journal, when you click on the contact us, they will also not give you the information, like the cloned journals. So you do not know who these people are, and running with the Gmail ID, chiefeditor.cibj@gmail.com. Then when you go to journal info, you go to the editorial board, you will see the names cut, copied and pasted from the countries that they are targeting. They know that people from Morocco will give them money, India, Portugal, Thailand, right? And when you type randomly Apple, you will see the papers related to Apple in this journal. Just look at the titles. Quality indicators and commodity of apple varieties, fruit juices as a source of infection, forms of constructing the narrative event in the stories of Muhammad Alwan Jabbor, group of Socrates, Apple as a model. And they say that they're in ABDCC, and they also say that they're in Web of Science. They're not in Web of Science also. So these are the things that the predatory journalists do. Their websites are original. They make good flashy websites, but at the end of the day, they publish fraud research. And why? Because they're standalone publishers. Be very, very careful from a standalone publisher, which you do not know, who you do not know. Do not go with them. Another examples, live example. European Journal of Molecular and Clinical Medicine. It is a red color journal, right? This was a green color journal. Now the same is like a red color journal. The website is original. And when you click on contact us, here also you won't get any information. Running with a Gmail ID from United Kingdom. And then you go to the journal info, you go to the editorial board, you will see the same people which were there. Dr. A.P. Singh, Bangladesh, Philadelphia, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Italy, Cardoso, Sivarapuram, which were there in the green color. And if you publish, now what kind of papers it should have? European Journal of Molecular and Clinical Medicine should have papers of clinical medicine. But if you type Bombay Stock Exchange, you will see the papers of Bombay Stock Exchange. A journal of medical is publishing the random papers of Bombay Stock Exchange. Why? Because they're taking money from them. And nothing is being checked on these papers. These are only 1 or 2 pages paper. And you can see that. And they take 40,000. Why they're predatory? They misuse the concept of getting into Scopus or Web of Science. In some years, they are good. Like I've shown you the example. For 12 years, the journal was good. But suddenly it turned predatory. It was good till here, 2020. For 10 years, it was good. Now they said, hey, let's earn money. And once they want to earn money, they will publish randomly, recklessly, unlimited papers. And this is the problem with the Scopus, that they have not written coverage discontinued. And the list is there. And these journals will still publish with them, and people will publish with them because discontinued is not written here up to the day. So this is the main problem with the major databases also, that they are also not prepared to save ourselves. And some of the bigger publishers have also done the mistake. You go to Sage. Sage has to retract 122 research papers. Why? Because they were doing fraud in that research journal. Just look at the research journal. The name of the journal is Journal of Electrical Engineering, and publishing the papers of business management. And they have to retract 122 research papers after that. This has happened with Springer Nature also. This has happened with elsewhere also. Now, who is at the risk? We are at the risk. Research scholars, faculties, institutions are at the risk. So just look at this. International Journal of Electrical Engineering, publishing the papers of this. Just look at these 3 titles, which are not at all related. Okay. Anybody, any questions? We are about to end.
Sir, on chat, we have a question. What if paper got published during the coverage years and later the journal got discontinued?
So there is a catch in that. If your paper is with your name and it stays, you're good to go. If your paper is also removed, then you lost everything. So it is very, very important to publish with a journal which has a low impact. But publishing large number of papers will be, the data will also be removed from backdate. Okay. Which had happened with solid state psychology, which has happened with YMER.
Yeah, many journals it has happened. You're absolutely right, sir. So one more question is, some of the journals publish special issues.
Yes,
are these to be considered for publication?
We also publish special issue, but you need to carefully see where to pay, whom to pay, and how to pay, and to check the journal's editor-in-chief also.
And suppose they are unpaid.
Bikau editor-in-chief nahi hona chahiye.
Many special issues are not paid, like they are genuine issues. So we can go for that.
You need to see who is the editor-in-chief.
Okay.
And the guest editor. If the guest editor from a different country like Iran, Iraq, Kazakhstan, where you do not know, this might be a case of selling the journal, because this has happened with Sage. In this story, Sage does not know that what has happened. The guest editor ruined the journal. The guest editor sold all the papers. And they've said that the guest editor is fired. Their editor-in-chief's contract has been terminated, and the editor's access have been revoked for a further 6 individuals.
Sir, I have a question. Recently, one of my paper has been selected in Scopus Index Journal, and they are asking to pay $1,000.
Right. Which is the name of the journal?
A moment, Journal of a moment, sir. I'll just open the mail and I'll let you know.
You give me the name of the journal, I just verify whether to pay them.
Sir, $1,000.
$1,000 $70,000 only. पैसे ज़्यादा नहीं है. पैसे ज़्यादा नहीं, check.
Sir, हमारे लिए ज़्यादा है, sir. Sir, it's IJIRSS.
Which one, sir?
IJ, moment, sir. They have written in short form IJIRSS. International Journal of Innovative Research and Scientific Studies.
Yeah, I am at the website.
And have cross-checked the email ID also, sir. The email ID domain is registered with the same this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when
Let's
I'm
check it
going, yes, sir, please.
Check it out. International Journal of, yeah. I'll search it into the Scopus databases also.
Like complaints, many times like
Let's see that where is the original website. It is multidisciplinary. The paper number is very less. 76 is the rank at the moment. Source homepage. It should take us to the same website where we were. Yeah, it took us to the same website. Yes, sir, you can go ahead, but they're asking for $1,000. It's now their take that they're asking for $1,000. They can ask because it is up to the journal whether they want the money or not. Because running a journal needs a lot of money. You cannot run a journal.
No, sir, I agree. I totally agree. But $1,000 will be a lot for us. Being a research scholar, I mean,
if you write a mail to them, usually they lessen it. And
sir, I've requested it, but they are saying that is their policy. I need to pay $1,000.
And now, if you see the ranking, it stands at 76 rank. It is a Q3 journal. So
yes, sir, it's a Q3. Yes,
it is. I think Q3 journal. Yeah, it is a Q3 journal, and the
yes,
site is 0.8 only. And if you miss it, so it's not a big thing. Missing them is not a big thing. You can publish that journal paper somewhere else also, because their number is quite low at the moment, and the site score is also very low.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, sir, can you just help me in locating this journal, sir? International Journal of Professional Business Review.
Professional Business Review.
Yes, sir.
Is it indexed anywhere?
It is a Scopus Index journal, sir.
Okay. So what is the query?
Sir, it is an open access journal. I had sent my article. The open access, it says 500 USD.
Yeah, they can ask for that.
Yes. Just wanted to know it's a genuine thing.
The landing page should be the same one where we went. It is published from AOS Astoria Innovakia present. Content coverage is also fine at the moment. Here, the outlier behavior. This is the outlier behavior, so you need to wait. Do not publish with them. And let me go to the source homepage. At the moment, the website is the same one. We also landed at the same website. So this is an outlier behavior for me. 10 to 161 and then growing to 74 again. It's March only. So it might go to 500 and they might get into the category. They're showing the traits of predatory journal. And I have to dig deeper. At the moment, there is a red flag from me for this journal.
Okay.
And the rank is also very low. It is Q4 only. Do not go. 100% red flag. Do not go.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Kindly provide for further research.
Sir, we have. Yes, please.
Sir,
If you have
I'm
send the paper, withdraw it for further research. Tell them that you need to further research. Withdraw your paper from them.
Okay, sir. Thank
They're
you.
not worth it. They're not worth it. The app that we have developed, it is on Google Android. I'm taking you to that app.
So can you guide us regarding the open access and gold open access
I will.
journals?
So just look at this app, Amity Quality Journal Checker app. Go to this app, download this app with your Gmail ID and make your own password. We will not have your password. We will have your email ID only. And in that email, we have the data. And when you click here on the search journal, you will have the list of the fraud journals. With the original ones, you have the methodology. We have the copyrighted methodology. Here is the copyright that we have got. The methodology is here. And the app will be very soon on iOS also, maybe by tomorrow or in 2-3 days. We will be on Apple also. At the moment, we are at Google Play Store only. So the name is Amity Quality Journal Checker, where we will be checking the quality of the journal and we'll be giving you the information about the fraud journals. So now you're asking about the open access. Open access, there are 3 categories. The first category is platinum open access, then gold open access, and subscription model or hybrid. So like if you go to a journal like Big Data and Society, which is a sales journal, it is an example of a gold open access journal where you have to pay the APC of $1,700. But I, as a research scholar, can freely download the paper. So if you go to this journal description, it is written upfront. It is written that you need to pay the APC 1,750. So this is a gold open access journal where you pay the APC. And if you email them, they can get it free also, they can half it also. They can waive it also, they can half it also. So the journals can ask you for the APC. But these journals which are from a publisher will give you the vouchers. If you go to the Emerald, I am the brand ambassador for Emerald also, for Southeast Asia. If you go to the Emerald journals, platinum open access journals, they will not ask you for the APC. These are the open access journals which are platinum open, where they will not ask you for the APC, where they will not ask you for the downloading charges. Our journal, Journal of Content, Community and Communication, is also an open access journal.
So can we get the list of this platinum open journal access?
Yeah, you can go to DOAJ, and you can have a list here. Platinum open access journals means the journals without the APC. Here it is, 13,000 journals without APC.
And all these are in the index journal, that is Web of Science Scopus?
That you have to check whether they're indexed or not.
Okay.
That you have to check on you. This is just a list being maintained by the DOAJ. They have a very good process. We are also getting a part of DOAJ very soon. So this is a list of 13,000 journals without the APC. Like if I've shown you our journal, so our journal is not a part of DOAJ at the moment, but ours is a Scopus Index open access free journal. Platinum open access, you can freely download. If you go to current issue, you can freely download the paper and you can freely submit to us. We do not charge for publishing. Like if you see this paper, you can download the paper for free. And we provide you the working DOI also. It is costly, but we bear the cost because our university is a good university in that case. So if you copy the DOI from here, I'll just show you that now the DOI will practically take you here. You go to DOI.org, you go back. Now we will put the original DOI and it will take you to the paper, wherever that paper is on planet Earth. So original DOI, submit, it will take you to the paper. At the moment it's not working, I will give you the second DOI. DOI number 2, submit. Here it is. So this is the main process of the DOI. If a website is down, if other problems are there, if your DOI is working, it's fine. If you do the reference management in Mendeley or EndNote or Citavi 6, they will ask you for the DOI. If your paper has a DOI, that means it's a kind of a genuine thing. It is also red flag if a DOI is not working, and most of the predatory journals and clone journals, the DOI number will never work.
Okay.
Doctor, if the journal is indexed in DOAJ, is it okay or no?
It is a good thing. It is a good, I would say it is a good habit, and it is a good.
No, doctor, it's not indexed in Scopus, but only DOAJ is enough. Or
only DOAJ is not enough. Only DOAJ is not enough at the moment. You need to be in Scopus, Web of Science, or UGC Care.
Okay. Sir, so what you are mentioning is that the platinum open journal access are the free journals, gold open access we have to
for the APC. In hybrid, they will ask whether you want to go for free or you want to pay them an APC.
Okay, thank you.
And do not go for standalone publishers. जिनको आप जानते ही नहीं हैं. The publishers you don't know, the publishers you haven't heard, do not go with them.
Okay, so can you guide us regarding the few good publisher like Singer elsewhere we know, but you can recommend few?
Emerald,
okay.
Please, sir, what's the name of that journal again? Please, the name of your journal.
I think
so I can submit my paper.
Yeah, I'm sending Journal of Content, Community Communication. It's a Q2 communication journal at the moment in Scopus. So I've written the name here. And as the time is passing, we also have to leave at 5. So any other question if you have, you can message me on WhatsApp. And thank you to organizer. Also, I think we had a good time. And I think I've tried to solve as many queries as I can, and that rest is you can give the feedback and all.
Okay, I think it was not even good. It was amazing, and lot of information, lot of questions, and I think we had a huge participation of 200 plus participants at the moment in the Google Meet. So I know that there were a lot of questions. So we and hats off to Dr. Narula. He very smartly, very politely handled all the questions, almost all the questions he has handled. I know that checking each and every journal and telling that each journal is suitable for your domain is not possible. Basically, this workshop, this webinar was targeted to identify, and I think the best part was the 10 parameters or 10 red flags was the best part of this workshop, like how to recognize a journal. And he has practically done that and shown that. It was really awesome. I think very informative, very good, especially for not only for scholars, for the PhD guides also, because most of the times we are so busy in our academic work that we don't have time to check on all these things. But if we have a capsule type of information ready with us, we can quickly check and we can quickly guide our scholars. So it's a kind of a rejection method of journals rather than the selection method of journals. Right. So at this point, I think we have Director Sir with us. Let me just Sir, are you there?
Yeah, I'm Mittal.
Yes. So I would request Director Sir to please say a few words and a formal thanks to Dr. Sumit Narula. He has come all the way from Gwalior and he has a lot of other commitments also in NCR. So I took this opportunity to catch him and meeting after, I think after 10 years. Last meeting was in Gwalior.
7 years. 16 we met.
7 years. Last meeting was in Gwalior in his university when I took a session on some motivational topic. So over to Director Sir, our mentor. Please, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Dr. Sumit. Good evening, Dr. Mittal, and good evening to all participants. I also attended and find very interesting and amazing session, and I learned many things after. I started my academics about 35 years before. I have published 50 journals, 50 papers. Recently, my 2 papers are accepted by Journal of Consumer Behavior.
Excellent.
My authors, I even never checked about the Journal of Consumer, but my authors claim that it's a category journal, and in top 50. I don't know. Even I never checked because some sort of time things you understand. So, thank you very much, Dr. Sumit. Few things which I personally observed in my life also. Not only the fake journals. I don't know whether you came across to or not, but I came to across fake universities are also there. Fake degrees are also there.
There is one, sir, IIRS. NIRF opposite IIRS. So fake ranking is also there.
Fake ranking is also there. And last Sunday, I got fake service provider also there. At my house, LG service provider visited and they are claiming that we are from LG. They have, wearing the tag of LG and, putting claims and forms is also there, LG, and service voucher, service seat is there from LG. I say, you charge, give me some discount. No, we are from LG, we cannot give the discount. Then I asked, please provide me your company address or email or phone number, or I can pay GST, I don't mind it. Then say, no, sir, we cannot provide the GST. Why you cannot provide GST invoice to me? If you are from LG, then what's the problem with you? So they didn't provide the GST number and they finally give me 20% discount. So this is the advantage of academics. But, and secondly, you pointed out that I know many of my gurus and from different universities, fake professors, or they got published their papers, and even vice chancellors also, maybe some deans and principals, directors, they also got the advantages of these fake journals. So that is a part of life. You cannot say, we cannot ignore all these things. Secondly, personally, I believe, Dr. Mittal know that a good scholar, a good teacher or a good student, PG student also, avoid to paying this money. Means don't pay for anything. Like in BIT, we don't charge or we don't accept from our PhD scholar or faculty members. If you have published any paper in paid journals or open access journal where the APC is there, we don't accept. So this is one thing, is my personal opinion to the scholars. Second, I like to inform sharing the information that we have been organizing that one international conference in the month of June. 1st and 2nd June is a multidisciplinary conference: computer, IT, finance, marketing, HR, entrepreneurship. So we can share the brochure, you can participate, and we have listed, or we have got about 4 or 5 these journals which are Scopus listed. Plus we are also trying to publishing book also, edited book also, because we have some arrangements with some good publishers also. And presently, for just information, I am publishing one journal that is from Emerald. This is in Journal of Quality and Reliability, and we have got about 75 or 80 papers. Now it is a question for us how to select 8 papers out of 80 papers. So this is one challenge with me. Secondly, we are also publishing one edited book from Emerald that is on digital consumer behavior. So that is also the same thing. We have got 100+ papers, and we have to publish only 14-15 papers. So we are working on these 2 projects. Although I am not interested, but some of my colleagues and friends say, sir, no, you have to help us, we have to guide us. And last year I published 2 edited books from Taylor and Francis, well recognized, well accepted. So we are slowly publishing. This is one thing regarding conference. And secondly, we request you to guide us whenever we require this faculty.
I am your adjunct faculty from today. So wherever I go, I become the adjunct faculty.
Third request from Dr. Mittal, please form a group, that research scholar and faculty groups, like on WhatsApp, so we can inform, like our next research talk is going on the data science and data mining by one JNU professor, senior JNU professor. So at least we can organize one activity through online. So you can add all scholars, faculty members, our faculty members, our scholars. So it can be a good platform, free of cost, and we can have some association. Like I know many associations, but they don't do anything. Like I am the member of 2. One is Global Faculty Platform or form, but they don't do anything. One is like this Gulf, Dr. Mohammed Agarwal is heading. Either they charge the money or they don't do anything. So Dr. Mittal can initiate and the college can support, but will not charge anything from anyone. Should be free of course, voluntary, and you can invite like Professor Dr. Sumit Narula. Like. So thank you very much, Dr. Mittal and Dr.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you, Dr.
All the best faculty members, scholars, to use the techniques which was discussed by Mr. Narula. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. You are always a source of inspiration for all of us. And thank you, Dr. Narula. Let's have a cup of tea together now.